Welcome to 19 nights, day 9. So 9 claps for appearing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. So there is a definite change in our containers. Something nice. I have a new plant today again that we're going to add to our collection. And then I will give you a tour to see what has sprouted. The new container that has some sprouting. I hope you had a wonderful day. My day was so busy, working with a lot of plants. So I'm hoping I can display more plants soon. For you, because I have noted that having a lot of flowers in the garden, I will attract pollinators. So our agenda for day 9. I have a strawberry plant. Finally, I've been looking for strawberry. And today I finally found a strawberry plant. But it's a different type of strawberry plant. I will show you. Then we can do some, plant it here. I already have the container prepared. So I want to show you my passion fruits. Got another fruit today. One year of waiting. So they just fall from the tree. Then we can start doing some potting. So another. Move it aside. So what first? We do the potting of these new plants. So that means I will finish planting these ones another day. I can't fit all these things in one day. And at the end of the day, you're also exhausted, running around. So our flower is still looking good. I'm hoping it will still beautify my table for some more days before I can now transfer it to a pot. I'm still enjoying the flowers. Okay, got my container here ready and my stones. Then today I got some compost. I do cold composting. That is what is easy for me. When I'm doing cold composting, I just heap the kitchen waste. At one point, I rarely turn it because sometimes I'm so busy. I rarely turn it. But then when I need to get compost, I just remove the top layers, and I dig deep down to get the soil. So I want to show you the difference. I hope you'll be able to see the difference between my garden soil and the soil that has the compost, soil from my compost. I want to put this a lot of compost to grow my strawberry. Then it has rained, so the ground is so wet. I had also saved heaped up a lot of ash at one point, but it is also so wet. But I thank God for the rains. I cannot complain because here we've had trouble with rains for so long. So at least right now, as it is raining, we are saying thank you. The sun was so hot today in the afternoon as I was outside, just in the tree nurseries. Now it's raining. At least the temperatures have dropped a bit, but We are now at 21 degrees Celsius. It was so hot during the day, so we knew it's going to rain definitely. So our agenda is to do some potting for our new plants. So I wanted to get the other strawberry plant that has the big giant fruits. But then I came across this. I think this is the wild strawberry plant. So I'm going to plant this, start this, see how it's going to grow. But then I will go around again looking for the other strawberry, so that you can see, you can compare the difference, looking at the fruits, how they grow. It will be nice, and also to get fruits as we just monitor them. Strawberry, I know, does not like to be waterlogged, so the soil has to be moist, rich in organic matter, and that is why I got a lot of compost to grow the strawberry. I did not get excuse me, I didn't get manure excuse me. So I'm just going to use compost. So luckily that is what I'm always doing. I'm always composting. Then I have a lot of fermented tea, which has been fermenting for more than a year. In my drum. The drum is just outside here. Then the compost is at the end of the garden, where I have some groundnuts, and I should be harvesting some groundnuts soon. Wow. After waiting, I planted groundnuts just from zero cost seeds. I've shared a video about my zero cost seeds and the good performance I've got even from zero cost seeds. I planted my chili from zero cost seeds, and my chili, today in the morning I noticed my chili is already flowering. So it's been 3 years and I've just been harvesting. They are so strong, and they were zero cost seeds. I've shared a lot of videos about that chili. Just went to the shop and got chili and I planted, and it is performing so well. And other chili plants have started also around the garden. I hope I will show you. I need to get some good lighting, because even when we transplant the corn, the plants that are going to take outside the corn, the sunflower, the sugar cane, those that I will need to plant outside in the garden, I need to show you. Right now it is so dark. I noticed something shooting up here. So today we have a lot of plants that have shot up. So it will be nice today now. What will we do today first? I am exhausted. I am exhausted. So sometimes you're exhausted in the garden, you want to plant, but you're exhausted. I want to plant, but I'm exhausted. I got so many other different varieties of the coleus today. So very soon I'll be showing you some new varieties of the coleus. Some with very tiny leaves. You see the way my leaves are so, they are big leaves. Like, look at my hands. These are like big leaves. This is the size. I got a different coleus, like I think if it is not 4 or 5 different coleus plants, that I'm going to add to my collection again. Then some more succulents. So here I've tried growing grass in the garden. I think how many attempts? More than 2 attempts. But then when the hot sun comes, it scorches the grass and we are left with bare ground. I've shared so many videos about gardening in drought, and you've been seeing my ground the way it's so bare. And the way I divided my garden into blocks, I wanted the front garden to have grass and a lot of flowers, just where I can sit and relax. That's where there is a swing and I can place a table and just relax. Then the other second block, I have some raised beds and containers and the chili, where I have the food crops. And then there's another third block with some bananas, and I'm hoping to add more fruit trees. And by the way, I do have avocado. Some people say avocado here. I do have avocado that I have also to do some potting up again. So I'm adding a lot of, the tasks are really increasing day by day. And now the sunflower is really in a rush. It's really in a rush. So it will be interesting. What do you usually do when you're in the garden, you want to plant, but you're exhausted? Do you make some tea and just sit down and just speak some good words to your plants? So what first, what second, what third? There is potting, there is mixing up the compost and the garden soil. Then I want to show you, and again, I've been giving you an update of container 1, container 2, container 3, and container 4. But the other two containers on that other end, there's another table on that other end where I have the sugar cane. Now I think how many days I've not given an update, but later on I checked, nothing has shot up. Nothing. I've not seen any sign of germination or sprouting. So for containers, the ones that are not on this table, I moved them because I wanted to display when I was planting, bringing here the flowers, and the working space is a bit tight. That's why I was thinking I need to create another table here where I have like good lighting so that you can see. The other side is it's dark. If I try to focus on that side, it's dark. I will not get like to show you what I want you to see. I will not get to enjoy my garden. Even later when I want to sit and watch the videos. So for the container, excuse me, for the container 4 and container 5, I have the red bulb onions. And planted together, I also have papaya. Then I have spring onions and cabbages. So I think I'll just start off with the with the update, because so this is container 5. So good thing I labeled them. And for container 5, I planted the papaya seeds and the red bulb onions. So I'm just checking closely to see if there's anything. I'm seeing some small signs of germination. But then it's not showing so well. The way we could easily just pick out there is germination in these other containers. Like we could clearly see it's shooting down before we get to see the sprouts. So this has the red onion seeds, the red bulb onion, and papaya. But now I'm not seeing anything. So then I have container 6 here. So what does container 6 have? Excuse me. Container 6 has the spring onions and the cabbages. I would expect the spring onions to take longer. For the cabbages, we should be seeing something. Let me get my water bottle. Just keep the surface moist. Because I never planted them that deep, they're good enough. Yeah, I'm seeing some germination. For the cabbages, I should expect something. Yeah, see? For spring onions, they might come up later, but for the cabbages, if I look closely, Then for the other container 5 is the papaya and the red bulb onions. I know papaya may take a little bit more time, but it will still come up, and I'm hoping it will come up and get some good papaya. Then I would love to have lots of fruit trees, increase the number of fruit trees I have, because I have the orange, I have bananas. So if I have by the way, I do have some I do have some mango seeds which I need to check again. So I'm just looking at the onion seeds. I can easily tell they are this side. So remember when I was planting the seeds, there are some that I didn't really cover completely, so at least I'll be able to notice. Besides having labeled the container, at least you can be able to check closely and see those are onion seeds. So currently in my garden for the fruit trees, I have the pomegranates, I have banana, which I've not enjoyed any fruit yet from my home garden. From the farm I've enjoyed the bananas. So I want to add, there's a lemon tree, so not yet. So I want to add the avocado tree, if I can get mango, and if I can get a lot of papaya. Then, if I can create like a place where I can get lots of fruits there that can survive during the dry months, because sometimes the rains are not reliable. It might be raining now and then by next week it dries up completely. Or it happens, it rains so heavily that you can't even grow, the plants are just choked. So I'm hoping the fruit trees, they do well, because for the oranges, they performed so well, and all of them were eaten before I could even get to do a video. But I've noted some more that are already coming up because of the rain. So I'm hoping I can have more fruit trees. What I'd also like to have is the mulberry. I'd like to add mulberry to my collection. So apart from the avocado, banana, the orange, lemon, I want to have some mulberry. I'll just put them in the garden and the pawpaws. If I can get papaya or pawpaws, plenty of them, it will be so nice to just enjoy the fruits. Because the fruits are so expensive here, buying fruits is expensive. So if we can get to grow the fruits, and for these other easy vegetables, I can just use the containers. It can be a good strategy for just enjoying your garden, enjoying the food, the vegetables and the fruits. So I want to bring you closer so that you can get to see the other changes in the other container, which means today I will not do the strawberry, but I had already prepared the, I don't know if I can show you the the compost and the garden soil. So I had already prepared the compost and the garden soil down there. What you see right here. And I want to show you. I don't know if you'll be able to tell which is compost, but now it has rained. Which one is compost and which one is garden soil? Because if you look closely, for the compost, you'll even see some insects. The ones that are breaking down the organic matter. So this side is the garden soil, and this other side is the compost. You can note that the compost has a lot of organic matter, so the soil does not compact a lot. Then here what we are working with, what I'm working with is black cotton soil, and it compacts and gets so hard, especially with water stress. Then secondly, I'm also using salty water in the garden. So which means I need to have like rich soil to really enrich my soil so that my plants can enjoy a good environment to shoot up. So I'm just compiling some pointers that I'm using for every night to create the blog, and also include some more information that maybe I may have forgotten to mention during the live episode. So just like this. So now I've done watering of container 6. Let me bring container 5, do just some watering, wetting the surface. I do the rest of the watering, that you can get to see the different plants that have now sprung up. So my strawberry plant has an injury. that it got during the transportation. There's one leaf that can't stand because it was squashed at one point. So container 5 still looks wet. So just adding in, it is not that dry, doesn't need much, because I know the deal with seedlings is just ensuring that it does not dry out. So maybe by tomorrow we may note a difference. For our flower also, our beautiful purple flower. So most of the times people say you need to do like watering just down at the roots and not on top of the leaves. But I think a major reason could be maybe you've sprayed the leaves with your pesticide. I do have a video where I made my home mix, like a pest bomb for my plants, and for that one it's a good measure for controlling. But before I find that it works well before the pest attack, you start spraying it. But really I don't think there's an issue with watering the leaves, because when the plants are outside, the rain will fall on the leaves, and that's why some people, after it rains, they have to go back. If they had sprayed their crops, they have to go back again and spray them, because now the rain has washed off all the pesticide they put on the leaves. The rain washes it off, so that's why they say you don't water the leaves. Now for the corn. Which is looking really, really nice. It has shot up so beautifully. I want to show you. So let me just do some watering so that I get to focus on the plant instead of also watering at the same time and holding the camera with my hand. It is looking really nice. Normally people just plant corn directly in the field. But it's a good experience to also try this method. And the last video I posted about my popcorn, I just planted them directly in the field. I did not use planting trays. I did share a video about growing popcorn at home some few months back. Our corn is well watered. Now, this other container is lavender. For the lavender, we don't expect anything anytime soon. It may even take like even up to 3 months for me to notice anything. I just wanted to get the experience of starting lavender from seed to see how it all works out. So let me just add some water. Because by using this DIY watering bottle, I don't apply pressure on the seeds. The seeds are so small and they are so close to the surface. So if I take like a cup and just pour it on top, I may wash the seeds from their original position. Okay, we are done waiting our lavender. For the lavender, I'm not seeing anything. But I may be surprised because here our temperatures don't go so low. Because germination occurs so well when the temperatures are above 20. Above 20, at least you can expect some good germination. So next is our container one. Container one with the carrots, beetroots, and so now I'm just waiting container one with carrots, beetroots, and tomatoes. And today there's some nice nice things to see. Container one, we haven't seen anything for container one since we started. So at least today we'll get to do some recording for container one to update our records. good. It's looking so nice. So we've been seeing green coming up, so today we are going to see some red. In container 1. Also some good things to see. Container 2. And that means I have to like really hurry up and prepare now the more and more containers, because I have quite a number of containers. The ones that had my tomatoes, they had my capsicum, so I need to clean them out, make sure I fill them. So it's quite a task working in the garden at night, but it's a good experience to see whether you can achieve to grow if all you have is just like an hour at night. To focus on your plants, like give it good attention. If during the day you're off to work doing other things, so at night, if you just give your garden attention, can you get any good harvests? So good enough for container 2. We have something nice to see. My water is almost over, but at least I've already watered what needs to be watered, just to keep the top layer of the soil moist. Because remember, the first day we watered deeply, and then it's not so dry at the top, it's just wetting it. Because you notice when the seeds are coming up, they have some soil on the, when it shoots up, like you'll notice for the sunflower, they do have some soil on the leaves. So the way nature is, when it rains, it's supposed to wash away that soil. So just watering them mimics what would happen naturally if they were just outside in the rain. The sunflowers have come up so beautifully. And so now when I'm watering, also some are opening up, because now I'm removing the soil from the ones that want to come up there and they have some soil on them. I'm washing down the soil as I'm watering like this. So I think that is good. Everything is looking nice. So it's time to do our recording. So for the other activities, we'll have to do them in our night garden tomorrow. And by the way, the night garden is not supposed to be like a chore. It's just something that you do to relax, to just change your focus from what you've been doing during the day. Maybe you've been working so hard, running around trying to hit some targets. Now you just want to wind down and relax. So it's not about a lot of struggle and creating like stress in your mind when you're growing. It's just supposed to be something enjoyable because this is home gardening. Growing a lot of food at home and the ornamental plants. So I want to set you up so that I can get to focus. And we can record our new improvements for every container. I may be exhausted at the end of the day, but when I come to the garden and you see some nice changes and nice things, you feel nice. You feel good when you see those changes. Okay. So let me just support the camera. Wow, I think I'm good. So can you see something different? Even before I get closer. So this is where we are recording everything. We need to update our records. So we start from our lavender, which is here. So nothing much for the lavender. And then we have the corn. Yeah. Look at that. See? And it was just one seed for every space. And it's so easy to remove them, to get them from these planting trees. So today for corn, we are recording some sprouting. Look at that. Did you record? Look, you see? So for corn, we did record when it was germination, when it was germinating, shooting down the roots. Using this arrow, the down arrow means the germination. So today we get to record the sprouting. We have germination and the sprouting. So today is night 9. So I get to write day 9 and then the up arrow like that. So we have updated the corn, looking really nice. So soon it will open up the leaves and then we can enjoy some more green. Oh, and I did mention that my plant got some injury during transportation, you see. So that one I'll have to do it tomorrow. This is our transplanted beautiful purple flower, looking nice. Done some, just wetting the surface. Now we are going to container 1 with the carrots, beetroots and tomatoes. Look at that. So today we are recording the red that has come up. Will be for the beetroots. So it means I'll have to, because remember for the beetroots, we never recorded anything for the germination. But then for the sprouting, we're going to record day 9. So I'll have to come up like to say day 7 or day 7 or day 8 for the germination, because we never recorded and we're already seeing the sprouts that have come up. It has shot up. So we have carrots, beetroots and tomatoes. For the carrots, I know they may take longer. For the tomatoes, we could have them much sooner. I'm just trying to check closely whether I can note some germination. You see that one there? You see that seed? This one, oops, this one right here. Let me bring the water bottle. No, we are not recording anything for the tomatoes, so we are only recording for the beetroots sprouting, which I've already updated our records. Beetroots. Okay, again now container 2. Container 2 where we have the radish, cherry red, we have eggplants, cucumber and okra. Remember for this one is radish, the one with the blue, you see some blue seeds, and this one is okra. Look at the shoots, they just resemble the the way the okra leaves will look like. So we do have eggplants also, and cucumber. So what we are recording today for container 2 will be okra. So we have, let me see, we recorded okra here will be day 9, and I did not record because we had already seen the germination, and it was day 7. If you skip to record something that was day 7. So we have some nice growth today in container 2. Container 3, finally but after the sunflower, because the sunflower came out faster, though it was planted later, it came up faster. It shot up faster than the radish. So finally we have the white radish. This is the radish cherry red, and this one is the one that is white. So today we are recording the radish white here. Day 9. Day 9 we have sprouting finally, and then we get to the star. The star is sunflower. Look at that. So plenty more seeds. And in this container with the sunflower, I also planted this is container 4. Sunflower, watermelon, and the lettuce. I'm not seeing any watermelon, but look at this. Is just is it the lettuce coming up? So I'm going to record shoots, shooting up the sprouting for lettuce will be day 9. But I'd like to keep a check on it, like we'll check on it tomorrow again to see the difference. So the final container is container 6. Container 6, which has the spring onions and the cabbages. See that? So for the cabbages, we are recording sprouting, that is day the cabbages round head. Day 9. For the letters, I'm going to leave it blank. I just want to confirm, because sometimes this our soil, if the soil is wet, you wet the soil and there's some weeds that just come up in bunches. So I just like to confirm before I record. So that's why I've left it blank like this. So today we have a lot of sprouting for the containers, which is good. So soon the look of the containers is going to change. It's not going to be a lot of a lot of soil like that. And today, for day 9, I get to show you my another passion fruit. So this one has they just fall from the tree once they are ripe. There's no good lighting where the passion fruit tree is, the entryway. So if there was good lighting, I would show you. But now this is the fruit of patience. So even if I'm patient here, I know fruits are coming. So I think we have set our records right for day 9. And I will wrap up for today. So catch me tomorrow live for an update, day 10. We see now the okra opening up, and more beetroots, more radish whites, the cabbage, and the corn. So this is what I had prepared, the compost and the garden soil. So we'll work on it tomorrow, and I would love to wish you a lovely day. And that is a wrap up for day 9. Bye.